What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TNEC cast. I know we took a little bit of a break. That was just we didn't want to rush it. We always like to give you guys quality stuff, so we
Facts.
could have made it happen, but we didn't want, because it was literally part of the messaging. We didn't want to rush it, so we apologize for missing a week. But here we are, episode 31. Your boy Shuff, your man the Weapon K, and we are the TNEC cast. Real quick before we check in on Mr. Weapon K, we're going to be, a lot of the crews going to be in San Antonio this weekend. It's not our final show, but it's going to be like kind of the last show where there's a bunch of us. So we have some of Goop, for example. So we have some people in attendance working the show, competing in the show. So we're expecting to the de facto end of the season to end up with a bang. We expect to change that 10 to a minimum an 11, if not,
Yeah.
if not more. So, we got some big things, going on. So without further ado, Kay, how are you feeling, my brother?
I'm chilling, my man. I'm chilling. So, first off, I can't wait for this weekend. I think I've been telling my wife this for like the past month. I'm just like, bro, I can't, because everything lined up so perfectly with my
Okay.
schedule. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I never have Saturdays off. But this one, without taking leave, forecasting it like 4 to 6 months, it just felt so perfectly. And I was like, especially in my hood, oh, come
Yeah.
on down, yo. Come on down. We open up the gym. I'll talk to the owner, and we going to get some content for you guys coming up soon. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So, in this episode, we're going to be talking about the difference between a trainer and a coach. So Isaac is super excited about this because he was just like, "Yo, I can't wait to see we like see the same way in this topic." So go ahead. I'm excited too. So what do you think? So, and you also mentioned you didn't even like being called a trainer.
Yeah. So let's what do they say in the show? We'll pull back the curtain real quick.
Mhm.
So we always, sometimes it goes longer, but we at least usually spend about 10, 15 minutes in prep before the show. What do we want to talk about? Set up the show, kind of go over different things. So we decided, as actually this show had minimal prep for a reason, because we talk about other stuff, and then we kind of say, okay, this is what we want to talk about. So I said to Kay, I was like, you know what? Let's not even talk about it. Let's kind of like let it be live. So let's see if we disagree, whatever the case may be. And then he had to stop me, because with my passionate ass, I get going. I was like, I hate being called. She's like, wait. And last thing before we jump into the topic, because one time it's probably 2 or 3 months ago, maybe longer. We probably talked for 45 minutes, and Kyrie was like, "Damn, I wish I would have hit record." I mean,
Yep.
it was a show. It was literally
Literally.
a show's worth of stuff. But okay, so to the topic, coach versus a trainer, right? So since a lot of it has changed. My mindset has changed since I started coaching athletes. Before, when I was doing the lifestyle stuff, I really didn't care about being called a trainer, because I didn't know any better at the time. I was just and so I'll take you one step back. So, if you play high school sports or college sports or pro sports, you have a trainer. What does your trainer do? What does the athletic trainer do? And I'm not trying to minimize them in any way, shape, or form. From taping your ankles up to diagnosing injuries, to running out there. That's one form of a trainer. Now you have the other form of a trainer, which is kind of more what we're going to talk about, is that's the person that works with you in the gym and solely in the gym. They may give you some stuff to do outside of the gym or outside of being with them, but that trainer, that's what they're about. Now, I think there are some trainers out there that are high level trainers that should be calling themselves coaches, because they're actually coaching you. They're not just saying, here, do this, or hand you the piece of paper or send you the email, say, here, do this. That's training. Coaching encompasses everything or almost everything. So I'll use Kay and Kyle as an example. So Kyle, and stop me from giving any trade secrets away.
Oh yeah, come on, I got you.
Yeah. So Kyle controls Kyrie's nutrition. Now you got to remember. Here's the other thing with coaching. With every client, it's a little bit different. Some you control it down to the morsel of what they're eating. Sometimes you just give them macros and everything in between. That's also the same thing with the workouts. So the workouts, with Kay and Kyle, it's a little bit different than what it'll be with me and James and everything like that. Some coaches, they just give you the body parts, say, okay, I need you to do this split, and some and I personally prefer this, especially for my newer athletes, control it all the way down to, hey, this is the workout you're going to do, these exercises, this rep, weight, boom, boom, boom. So now some people say, oh, that's training, isn't it? A coach, that's the marriage in between that, and then all the things that come with it. Because your trainer, you're not hitting them up with a true plan outside of you telling them to go, oh, I want to get stronger. When your coach is guiding you. So sometimes your coach is walking in front of you and pulling you. Sometimes your coach is on the side with you and facing it. And sometimes the coach is behind you, pushing you and saying, come on, let's go, let's go. That's the difference between a coach and a trainer. A coach is almost damn near all encompassing, because a coach, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm doing like this morning, for example, before 5 o'clock in the morning, I had 20 texts. 20.
That's insane, bro.
20. So you want so I tell people this, everybody wants to be the man, everybody wants to be successful and stuff, everybody wants to be coach. And don't get me, I love being called coach. I love it. I absolutely love it. But there's a lot that goes with it. Because ain't nobody messaging their trainer other than to tell them, hey, I can't make it to the boot camp. Or hey, I can't make it to this. That's what you with your coach, because your trainer's like, okay, well, you're gonna be Dr. Fee. Your coach is like, well, what's going on? Because you remember you told me that you wanted to get on stage in 6 months. And right now you are 12 months out from the stage. So what's up? That's where the difference between a coach and a trainer. Now, am I a trainer too? Yes. But the coach is the next level. The coach is the next iteration. That coach, or I shouldn't say that coach, your coach, like I said, it's so all encompassing. Because it's not just solely workouts and nutrition. It's posing. Even if I'm not your posing coach, I look at your posing routine, because now I'm starting to see, shit, the way this person moves, we got to back off of this or add the different things. So we're constantly changing and doing things. Because most of your a trainer really isn't truly handling your nutrition. Because I'm not going to lie, most trainers aren't equipped to do that. I used to run at LA Fitness and at a gym called UFIT. I ran the training programs at both of those. Those people were not equipped to give you any kind of nutritional program. So Joe Blow off the street walks in. This is the difference between coaching and training. Joe Blow walks off the street, decent shape, maybe about 10 pounds, stand to lose a little. Man, it's April. I'm trying to, hit the beach. I got 2 months. Can you get me beach body ready? LA Fitness, whoever else trainer. Sure can, sign here.
Yep.
Sure can, sign here.
What card are you using?
Now you talk to a coach. Why? Why do you want to be beach ready? What's going on? You give your reason. Okay. How much time can you dedicate to working out? What is your nutritional program like? But that's the difference between a trainer and a coach, being very, very real. And this ain't no dig at trainers. We need people to understand the difference. So then this way, when you say, oh, well, this caused this much and that caused that much, you start a basketball team. Do you think getting Phil Jackson would cost a little more than hiring myself or Kay to run your basketball team? Who do you think is better, Phil Jackson or us? I mean, I wouldn't be offended if we brought you a proposal that we worked on and you took Phil Jackson. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's really the difference between a trainer and a coach, because there's some people aren't equipped to get you to where you need to be. They're not going to set proper expectations, and I think that's another huge thing. Because you have people and they're coming to me, which is something I'm changing. Oh, this is my bucket list. Or a lot of people think they're closer than they really are. Trainers, they're going to do their best. So the trainer's just following your orders. You know what I'm saying? They just want to try to help you get to, where you're going. A coach is going to be realistic with you and tell you, okay, because one of the things that we do at the consult phase, we find out how much time you have to dedicate to towards your goal, i.e. working out, meal prep time, all these different things, so we can formulate a plan to get you to that goal. And it's going to be different for everybody. Every 5'10", 170-pound man's goals. I mean, the goal may be the same, but the plan to get there is going to be different, because not everybody has the same time. Genetics. There's so many different things that go. These are the things that a coach considers. So, for example, when you're skipping workouts, I'm going to leave the meal part out of it, because we're really going to go somewhere. But when you're skipping workouts, when your nutrition plan is based off of doing X amount of cardio, X amount of working out. So when you're skipping workouts and you're not doing the plan, a trainer's like, oh, okay, just keeps writing your plan. Your coach is like, what is going on? Because you told me you want to get from here to this next spot in 6 months. With the way you're doing it, it's going to take 9 months. Would you rather adjust your goal, or do you want to adjust your effort? Or adjust there needs to be an adjustment. Coaches, if you want to boil it down to something simple, even though I did a shit ton of talking, trainers go, coaches adjust. Trainers go, coaches adjust. I'm adjusting all the time. That's why, now it's kind of like this little soapbox moment. This is why I'm harping on whether it's my clients or my athletes, everything in between, whatever it is. Do your pictures, do your weight. I don't care if you had a good week, bad week, whatever, because I'm tired of I had a great week, so they taking that picture, got a big smile on their face. But then the next week, they went to Krispy Kreme and did all the shit they weren't supposed to do. You know what I mean? And now they don't want to check in. Now they don't want to, update their weight and do the things that they need to do. Now, part of it, and again, coaching. A lot of my clients on both sides, virtual. If I don't have that information, I can't make the changes and adjust. I can't properly do my job. So Kyrie, even though Lee would not be him, but say, I'm coaching Kyrie. He said, Isaac, I said, screw it. I don't want to go into growth. I'm going to compete next month. Let's go into a prep. He doesn't tell me his weight. He doesn't tell me how often he can go to the gym. He doesn't tell me anything. And so then the next week, he's like, hey, man, I didn't really get much results. Why didn't you make any changes? Da, da, da. And I'm going to say, like, well, you never sent me anything to adjust off of. So, and it's a two-way street. Now, if you send me this stuff now, and I always tell people, you got an SLA, and again, see, this all goes into coaching. This is where, like, my line, trainers ain't going to be able to tell you this stuff. Your LA Fitness, that person that's taking all your freaking money every month and you're not seeing everything, they're not doing this. This is why coaches cost what they cost, because now we're taking all this information to develop a plan for you. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna shut up. I've been rolling. So it's okay.
Yo,
talk to me.
Sometimes, bro, I just throw the fucking ball, let you go after it, go right back to the sideline. But you hit the nail on the head. One word I was thinking about whenever you were talking is investment, right? So coach, you have a little bit more investment than a trainer, right? So coach, how I picture it, 24/7. Trainer, on the other hand, an hour and a half tops, right? Let's sit down, let's talk about it, then let's go get to work. And we'll put together a cookie cutter program. We might change a little bit, to cater to like that knee injury back in high school or something. But we're gonna go in there. I'm gonna push you a little bit. We're gonna talk about your goals. But like, if you don't feel like it today, you're paying me. So if you want to leave, hey, that's fine. You already got my cash. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't get your money back, bro. Coach is a little bit more of a relationship, right? It's literally like a friend. So whenever you do find a coach or you become a coach, how can I explain this? Whenever you're friends with somebody, you should be able to be completely honest with them. Doesn't mean to be rude, but honest. So like, let's say I sent Isaac my stage shots, and he's just like, yeah, bro, you were soft. Your back pose, you pinched in a little bit too much. He's still my brother, but he was being completely honest with me. The fake friends are going to be like, bro, you looked amazing. I don't know what the fuck the judges were talking about.
The cheerleaders,
literally, that's all. Same thing with a coach. A trainer, oh my God, you did great that set. Coach, hey, bro, you have 4 more. Trainer tip. This is baby Coach Coop here. I asked one of my clients, hey, film your working sets, like your top sets of every single exercise on leg day, right? Because that's a good base. Training legs is really hard. So if you're busting your ass on leg day, it's safe to say every other day you're killing it, right? So he sent me the videos and I FaceTimed him. We talked about it. I was like, you got to go harder. you're stopping. Whenever I can see the just the pain in your face and you're good. And you're just like, okay, this starts to hurt, I'm out. And that one-to-one, that man-to-man, and it wasn't like, my man's got offended by it. He was like, I see that. Thank you. So, client aspect of it, your coach isn't trying to hurt your feelings. Your coach isn't trying to demean you. Your coach isn't trying to be like, you're a fucking dirtbag, get your life together. They're saying, hey, I see potential in you, and I need you to see that in yourself so we can go and achieve whatever goal that is. Winning as many championships as possible, getting that beach bod, sticking around for your kids. That coach is going to guide you to where you need to be. Does that make sense? Probably. Hopefully someone gained something from that.
Nah, because you hit on two really, really great points. I love, because we want to use this somehow, the 24/7 versus the 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and then that's it, versus having somebody there that you have this relationship with that, and she, on our side, peak week, y'all almost talking every hour. Okay, well, man, and everything like that. And then also to bring some people in, some people, you may have a coach and your coach may be in your town or nearby or something like that. But a lot of us, my coach is in Houston, Kay's coach is in Florida. So there's a lot of things where it comes down to videos and things like that. So I had a client send me a video. She was doing good mornings. So when I'm looking at the video, noticed that her feet were elevated, just some things told her to slow down. That guidance.
Mm-hmm.
That guidance is key. That's when you're paying that monthly fee. That seems, I shouldn't say it seems like a lot of money, but that's an investment. $5 a month isn't an investment. $5 a month is a Starbucks a month. You know what I'm saying? But when you're starting to pay 100, 2, 3, whatever you pay to your coach per month, that's an investment. That's a true to life bill, and that's right there where that coach is earning that money. Yeah, the plan and all that stuff. But now when they're giving you that adjustment, so Kay put up such a great point about how somebody works, is everybody thinks that they're going so hard. Everybody does, and they're really not. And then some people, it's going to sound weird, they're going hard when they don't need to. And then I have to pull. I'm telling you, Kay, the amount of people that I've pulled back what they were doing, and they saw there were actually some more results.
Was it with cardio?
Cardio is one of them. Yep.
That's the easiest one, because you're just like, fuck, I'll do 5 more extra minutes for my competition. You know what I mean? Just for the haters out there. But you rarely see it on the other side of the actual training aspect. Whenever it truly, like that working set, that's where you rarely see it.
But then the other thing I have to do, because there's a lot of people that I cut back the amount of working out they do.
Like the days per week?
I got taken from 5 days to 3 days. And I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole with that, but there's a lot of different things that go into that. But it's like some people, less is more, because they're trying to do so much that it clouds and messes up. And I'm going to just be honest with you, it leads them to do things they shouldn't do. You know what I mean? But now when it's all manageable, it's like, okay, I only got to do 3 days of this, 3 days of that. And, get them on the right kind of plan. Because the amount of times I've had people volume-wise eating more, and they get scared, like, oh my God, I shouldn't be eating this. And then they lose weight. It completely blows their mind. I was like, because is under eating a thing? Yes. Now, shout out to Dr. Now. There's a lot of people that claim that they're under eating. You ain't under eating. You ain't missing meals. You gotta be real. You gotta be real with yourself. I know I said it in a funny way, but you gotta be real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? But there are people, and basically that under eating leads to binging, because basically if you're way under your BMR, you're gonna your body is not starvation mode. All it is your body is learning to adjust to say, okay, 2,000 calories at my size in my activity level really should be my BMR, but I'm only getting 1,200. So now your body adjusts everything to that 1,200.
Yeah.
So now, even though you're eating what you think is less, your body's adjusted everything to that. So and part of that adjustment is your body holds on to more, because your body knows it can't burn it at that rate, because there's not going to be any energy there. So, it all comes back. See, and these are the things, as this conversation, that's what coaches do. That's what a coach can explain to you. I posted this the other day. If your coach can't explain why, you need to find a new coach. And everything that your coach has you do. You need, like, if your coach is telling you need to send me a progress picture every day. For example, we had an athlete had a show this weekend. She had to send me a progress picture every day because we're adjusting everything. You know what I mean? There's no need to send one every day when you're 8 weeks out. Now, I shouldn't say no need. That's not, every coach has their method, but your coach better explain to you why. You see what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
there's two sides to that street, brother. There's two sides of this. You gotta ask why.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you can only do so much explaining. Like, for me, I'm gonna tell you, hey, this is the plan. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns? That's like, hey, do you want to know why? One client's like, yes. Why is it 300 grams of carbs here on Monday, but 100 on Saturday? It's like, all right, cool. Let me show you why. Pull out the calculator, da 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 da. Another person, hey, just give me the piece of paper, and it's like, roger that. Whatever's in that piece of paper, I'm following it. But you have to, at least, if you truly want to know, ask the question. You're paying for it. But obviously, if they don't know, they're just like, why are you asking so many questions? You don't trust me? You need to find a different coach. That's a flaw in them, not you, and them. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, you're paying for their knowledge.
And then you exposing them. They don't have very much. But what you just said about asking questions, you know what that falls right into? A word you used a few minutes ago: investment. You have to invest in your program. So as coaches ourselves, we still have coaches. So we're still going to ask questions. But and one of my big things, I always say there's a difference between asking a question and questioning someone. There's a big difference between each, because I have these people that question that, and I'm telling you, the people that question me at every turn, they don't get results. And oh, by the way, they've had 6 coaches in the last year. You know what I'm saying? Because they just know better. So I don't even know. They hire a coach because I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a damn psychologist. But asking questions. Actually, somebody asked me questions earlier. I said questions are welcome. That's how I know you're engaged. That's how I know you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? And I know, especially somebody's coming over to bodybuilding, if you've never done this before, you should have a lot of questions. Look, I mean, grand scheme of things, I technically haven't even been doing that this long, but I do have a lot of experience from the amount of people I've worked, the amount of times I've been on stage. Shit, I'm still learning new shit daily.
Yep.
Daily. You know what I mean? I'll put it like this. Watching the Olympia and Mr. America this year versus watching it last year, my eye is much better. I mean, I've one of my gifts, thank you, Lord, I have a pretty good eye. And boy, did my eye change. I mean, it changed. My eye evolved. My eye got better. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm going to, kind of come back. But that's where that investment comes in. As a coach, I need to invest and get better, whether it be taking classes to learn more about nutrition, about new programs. On the bodybuilding side, why I go to so many shows, why we do all these posing clinics. I am trying to absorb as much knowledge as I possibly can. Because if I'm going to ask somebody for X amount of dollars, monthly or quarterly, to get them to where they want to be, I need to be confident that I'm able to provide that. Because I know if I'm paying my coach, I know my coach knows what he's doing. I know that, what he's done with me, what he's done with other people. So I'm not worried about that. But also I know my coach strives to get better. That's a key. I know Kyle strives to get better. I know, look, if you can't tell that about us, you're a moron. But we strive to be better. It's like, it's one of those things. That's where the investment. So now you want to know the perfect athlete-coach relationship when you're both striving to be better. You're gonna butt heads. If you don't, now butting heads looks different. That doesn't mean you're yelling and screaming and everything like that. That just means you're having productive conflict. Mm-hmm. That's all that is. You're having productive conflict because one of you, it could be somebody's misunderstanding. It's not, the message isn't being delivered properly. Both, whatever the case may be. But again, that's the difference between a coach and a trainer. That investment word, man, Kay, you were on it with that. That investment word is so important, because that coach is invested in you too, because that's a lot of time. You know what I mean? Some people get it, some people don't. I invest a lot of time in making a program for somebody. I invest a lot of time in adjusting somebody's program. I invest a lot of time in doing the Zoom meetings and all the different things that I do. And people got to remember, they got one coach. I'm not going to say the number, but I got a lot of triple digit clients. Now, I don't Zoom with everybody and all that stuff, so I don't make it sound. But what I'm saying is, you have to. I can't. I was talking about this on the thing. I can't want it more than you.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be equal. It has to be close. I can't want it more than you, because if you're constantly trying, like, it can't be. I can't be running after you. It's because unless somebody wants to pay me $40,000-$50,000 a month, then I'll chase after you, because I won't have to worry about nobody else. You know, then I'll chase after you. Then I'll do all those different things. But we're adults. My coach don't got to chase after me. The worst thing he might do is like, hey, did you send this, or, you know, whatever the case may be. That's the worst case. It's not chasing me down, wondering, you know, I won't hear from somebody for 3-4 weeks. I can't. If you want a good coach ain't going, because a good coach is a busy coach. A busy coach isn't going to have time to do that. You know, point blank, period. You know, that's like I said, you know, when I remember when I got into sales, they said to me, nobody wants a salesperson that always has time on their hands.
Ooh.
You know, they're not really doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an investment to do this. I don't care how much I enjoy. I don't care how much I love my little brother. It's just on his end too. It's an investment. We're investing in each other. We're investing in this. It's an investment. You know what I'm saying? You don't invest in a coach. Because, excuse me, we're not going to edit it. That's not, don't invest in a trainer. You know, a trainer, that's, you know what I mean? That's, you know, you either pay per set, you know, whatever. But that coach, that's a long-term thing. That's why, you know, we take the consult serious. That's why we lay out, hey, this isn't about the first 4 weeks. This is about the first 90 days of what we're trying to do. Trainer trying to say, okay, we'll do an evaluation. Do you really, like, this ain't married at first sight. You go on one date and boom, and shit. Sometimes it happens, you know, whatever. But most of the time, you need to get to know somebody before you make it a true commitment. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, we're saying what's built into it is like, here goes this commitment that I need from you so I can learn you. I need this amount of time to learn you, learn your time skills, learn your habits, learn all these different things about you. So then that way, once we move past that get to know you phase, now we're off to the races. Mm-hmm. It's not about, okay, we're going to do one session, we'll put you through a workout, have you do some jumping jacks and box squats, and then make a program for you. Everybody has the same program over there. You didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So
we about to get sued, dog.
Hey, I didn't say over there. I say where. I say nothing like that. I'm just saying. My whole thing is, end of the day, it's about the investment, because people tell us all the time, I want blank so bad. Are you willing to invest in it? Something that we just talked. I'm glad we talked about investment. You know, Kyrie, I'm not gonna put it out there, but Kyrie invested in himself, and it's something that was a significant investment to better what he's trying to do. I don't have to worry. Is he serious about any stuff? He's because now. I mean, not that I haven't already. Now I'm more willing to say, shit, well, what can I do? Because let me tell you something. If you do not invest in yourself, why would somebody else invest in you? If you're scared to do it, you're the one. Nobody should believe in you more than you. You know what I mean? Like, that's real. Why do these motherfuckers be throwing money at TNEC and wanting to get involved with us? Because the guy at the head believes in himself and believes in all the people that he got around him. You know what I mean? That the power of belief, and then you got the results and all these different things. Well, so in the vein of what Kay invested in, I've already seen the results before the investment that he made. So it's like, oh shit, now you're doing this. Oh man, it's about to be on for real. You know what I mean? But that's where that invest. The same thing with your program. You can go get a cookie cutter trainer. You know, you can, whether it be online, at a gym, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or you can go get you a coach. Are you serious? If you are serious, you will get yourself a coach. It's the same thing. If you a basketball player You're a junior in high school, you're a 3-star, so you're not really getting these Division I offers like you want. You come from a place of some financial, financial grace, and your parents can afford to hire. They're not going to hire you a trainer. They're going to hire you a shooting coach because your shooting was lacking. They're going to hire you a shooting coach. So that coach writes you a program, tells you what you need to do. It's not just, okay, I'm gonna come by the house, let's go out in front of a shooting trainer, which I've never heard that before.
Never.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's, we're gonna come shoot 3 free throws. You know what I'm saying? One of your family members can do that. That's what we're talking about. This difference. You see what I'm saying? If you're a trainer that's offended by this, go become a coach. Go get educated. Go do the things so that way, because then you'll feel the same way as we do. We've invested to get the degrees, to get the knowledge, get the experience. Going to all these shows, I love bodybuilding. I love it. But them shows are long.
Them shows want to be in my own show.
Yeah, we ready to go. We want to get on stage at 10 o'clock and be out of there by noon. So we go eat. You know what I'm saying? but what I'm saying is, like, not every show is Olympia. Now, Olympia, that's the highest quality of body that you are going to see in the world. No debate, no argument. The highest quality that you're going to see. You may not like it, but that's just the highest quality. So it's very easy. Like, I was watching on the YouTube investment. It's easy to watch, But you go to some of our local shows, this is just being real. Even the show we going to put on, you're going to be something like you, because when you look at Olympia, you're like, damn, I don't know if I can look like that. Shit, even top level bodybuilders look like, damn, I can look like that. But but Joe Blow on the street, when they're looking at Olympia, that's not even fathomable. You know what I'm saying? But now when you look, shit, man, give me a couple weeks in the gym, I can do that. You can't, but you think you can. Well, like some of them you can. But what I'm saying is, it's investment. I'm so glad Kay brought that word, because that we can boil. I boiled it down to like a couple of words. He boiled it down to one: investment. So when you're talking about your goals, you're talking about how bad you want to do this, that, and the third. Are you willing to invest? All of us want to be a million or a billionaire. I know we want to believe most millionaires didn't get there overnight.
Nope.
You know what I mean? That just is what it is. There are more people worth $1 million from whatever it is than the lottery, or in a lawsuit, or inheritance, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So if you're willing to investment. Don't pull I'm willing for it to take 6 months. 6 days later, you're like, why do I look like this yet? And I know y'all think it's a joke, but that's really what happens in what we do. It's really what happens in what we do. And, they tell us this they tell us that they're ready to invest. Like, if you relate to finances. Now, yes, there's different levels, high risk, low risk, long-term, this, that, and the third. But it's never about, okay, I'm going to put, there's this thing called day trading, but that's a different, thing. But at the end of the day, when you talk about investment, see, as day trading, you don't hear the word, there's no word investment on there. When you are investing, that means you are willing to take an amount of time. And don't just say, well, the minute's an amount of time, you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about weeks, months, years. Kyrie and I both have invested now years into bodybuilding. Neither one of us are at the top yet. We're on our way there. We're doing a lot of things, and we've put ourselves into a certain stratosphere, but we still got a long fucking way to go.
Yeah.
And that's fine, because when I get there, I want it to be worth it. I want it to be worth it. I won't be able to look back all this sacrifice, all this shit that we done. It was worth it to be standing at this mountaintop saying we're the best, or whatever we're saying at that point. Yeah. You're saying, give me a cheeseburger.
We go to Five Guys, bro.
But what I'm saying is about that investment, man. And don't take that word lightly. I'm telling you, don't take that word lightly, because if you got your last $500 and somebody that you believe in wants you to invest it with them, what's your track record? How do you feel about it? You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, and I'm gonna throw it back to Kay, a lot of times I'll have people tell me how bad they want something. When I first got into this, I believed everybody. For a not naive person, I was very naive. Now I've seen a lot. I've seen too much. And if you aren't willing to do the little things, if taking a picture once a week when you post pictures to social media almost daily, if recording your weight once a week when you are doing calculations and typing all week, if that is too much, if that is getting in the way, how bad do you really want it? Now, I'm not saying if you do that every week that you're going to be the most successful person, blah, 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 but the successful people are doing that. So, invest in yourself, man. If you want somebody to invest in you and understand, if you really want to hit your goals, go get you a coach.
However, comma. So, yes, you can invest in anything and everything, right? You invest time. We're investing time in this podcast. If you want to invest time playing video games, invest time in your children, invest time into spending time at the bar with your friends. There's a time where you have to sit back and audit all of that and then realize, what's the return on this investment? What ROI, am I gaining? You taught me that. ROI. What am I getting from this? Right? So I'm going to leave you guys with that. So whenever you pick up a coach or just your day-to-day activities, you're driving to work, it's a 30-minute drive, and you're just listening to trap music. What else could you do in that 30 minutes to kind of get a better in return on your investment of your time?
Can I answer that question?
What you got?
Go on Spotify. Since you're driving, go on to Spotify. Hook up to your Bluetooth or through the aux cable and listen to the TNEC cast. You will get some gems.
That's it. Or an audiobook. Literally anything to get your mind stimulated. All right? So, that's it. I know we have a hard stop in the next 3 minutes. Isaac, any closing words? Oh, we like, comment, subscribe. I ain't forget. Like, comment, subscribe.
About 3 minutes ago, I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, I gotta say it now. That's really all I gotta say, man. This was I always say this, but I feel, man, this was just a great episode. I love being able to. I'm gonna say it like this. I love being able to share our relationship with you guys, because that's what I think with the TNEC cast is like. Because a lot of these conversations are conversations that we just have, period. Yeah. And now we're kind of like sharing it with the world and kind of getting these, different opinions. We've seen people. I've been getting more things. Also, real quick, next week, we are going to have Courtney on, our teammate, vegan champion bodybuilder. You know what I'm saying? I took him pro this year. He got a pro win for us. So, we're going to talk about, what he's doing, see what, just really go into that and bring that in. Because some people think that you only need to eat meat and all this other stuff in order to do what we do. So we want you to see the other side of the coin and see how you can still be successful. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'm excited for next week.
Until then, guys, y'all take it easy. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.